Well, hello everyone and welcome yourselves back to the mega city. Well, not just one city, multiple cities that we're building. We're about to go to war with quite a few raiders. We're just gearing up and getting prepped for that. But welcome yourselves back on in, guys. I really appreciate you being here. Look at us flying our banners here. The sigil of Lonzi. The bullhead. But yeah, we've got so we're just prepping this up. They're somewhere over here. They're on their way, but we're getting geared up here, and we've got quite a bit to do. So the only issue with this being over here is the retinue's stupidly slow at getting out. So yeah, we're not going to be building any properties until the existing ones fill up. We got a lot of there's a lot of reset that needs to happen. So the month changing, obviously, as you see, beer is going to be a problem. So we're going to slow down expansion a little bit, get beer prep up a little bit more. So that's going to include extra farmers inside of here. So I'm going to max these farmhouses out, and what I'm going to do is get a couple more fields over this way as well. I could also do the same over here, to be fair, but we'll see as well. So that's the plan. So I did see them come in. I don't know where they've got. Oh no, they're all the way over here, sorry. Not sure what they're doing. They appear to have frozen on the map, so I think I'll go deal with these over here then and see if they kick in when we get closer. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. There's going to be a lot of videos, new ones, because we've got Steam Next Fest coming, and I've got loads of keys to showcase to you on medieval city builders and simulation games. There's quite a lot coming that actually some are really promising as well. So I'm excited to show off a few of those. But without further ado, 461 on the population here. So we're almost at 500. We've got our second little town going as well on 42. So this is completely full on the housing here, but we are gearing up for the church, aren't we? So once that comes in, we should be fine. We did start to get stone, so we got loads of that. I'm going to go ahead and pause that once more, and we're going to go ahead and get the church in. So now that we've got everything, this kind of, I haven't decided where I want this to go, so we got to bear in mind that stone's going to disappear, so that isn't a problem. And we're going to do deep mine. So I think I'm going to build housing towards this way. So I think this will get expanded. We want to kind of connect it into our other one. So let's get the church over this way here. And then we will move a few of these back around again. So I've got the hitching post kind of just starting up here. So we'll get that one moved. We are going to have to do something money-wise, and that's going to be our tier 2. So we're going to slowly but surely build that one up. And I think that's because we're playing after the update, maybe? I don't really know what happened there. So the apples are still not out on the trees. A lot of the orchards are yet to be living in. As you can see, they are green now, which is great. So we're going to see a nice amount come in. All of these two aren't being lived in yet, so they're no good. Same with these ones. So most orchards still got nobody living in them. That's why I need to slow down on the upgrades and getting people in. And let's speed it up. And let's kind of have a quick look at the Emma fertility here. So we could connect this. So I'm just looking here. I think I'm going to get another amount of fields over here. And this is really simple, actually, because I should be able to expand this way. So that's a decent field. And so is that one. And then we need one more. I'm going to go around this here. There we go. A lovely field. Let's get all of these open. So we're almost in the new year. I don't mind this anyway. So we're going to start with a barley, because it's actually the more important resource right now. And then the second years, we're going to go for the wheat, and then we'll have wheat there. So we should be good, and we'll get that on rotation as well. I need to make sure the area of these are good. So that covers all of the farms there. And there we go. Those 3 farmhouses are good, so we'll keep playing and get that going as well. So I'm looking for a high-level meat one. This one over here would be good to take for that purpose here. I think this one here would be our next one because of this. And we've got the clay deposit as well. So this one is a good one also. This one's just the farming land again. So we could turn that into a farming settlement. Same with that one. To be fair, that is also farmland. So yeah, I haven't decided which way yet. But it looks like we're going to be able to take these out nice and easy anyway. I'm just going to send these guys forward. We'll get these guys behind. Oh, there we go. They're coming. They are coming. Come back. There we go. They are coming. So we'll set up over here and go to war here, finally. Let's take a look. We should be good. I'm going to get this arched a bit more. Get the archers over here. And then we'll have these guys kind of ready here, just in case they flank. And here we go. Let's see if we can take some of these out then, nice and early. rain the arrows down. I do love the war aspect of this game sometimes. It's so good. I'd like to thin that before they get in. Looks like we did. So we managed one death. And another one. Perfect. So we'll switch these guys. Are they reaching? Let's get those turned on the back one there. And then these guys will kind of have pushing forward straight away on these. And there's the flanking one, as you can see. Always does the same. So we'll bring these guys up. And then we'll get the spearmen behind the back of these. We'll get these guys pushed in on that. And then these guys will get pushing forward as well. And then the archers I'll send back home. They don't need you anymore, so I don't want you killing my my men there. And then we'll push forward on these as well. It should be a pretty quick kill on these anyway. And you should see the numbers just disintegrate. And the retinue finally should be pretty good now with 24. There we go. Nice and broken. And there we have it. We lost 2 soldiers. So I'm going to get them all to sprint home. So I've increased, obviously ignore that. I've increased, we're in this settlement. It's just bugging out. But if I just move over, we should be able to fix that. Go back in. There we go. Yeah, the money itself, regional wealth, is going back up now. So the tax rate is only at 2% in our manor. So it's doing really well. Look at this. We're going to get a nice big yield now. The extra fields look pretty crazy over this side. So probably fill and connect in. And I haven't decided where I want to expand the housing yet. I think coming down here would be pretty cool, because then we can connect our housing to the regions as well. So we can have this kind of all connecting up here. So housing coming all the way to the cliff edge, looking down at this ravine here where the river is. We could build these houses up to here as well. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, we are on year 8 and we are in the autumn again now as well. Let's take a quick look at the main hub of town here. It's so dense, isn't it? There is a cooler way you can do it. There's some that I don't actually need gardens on once the apples come in as well. So there we go. We're starting to see apples finally. Lovely. So what I'm going to be doing is actually building in some houses that don't have gardens as well. And we want them to kind of be pretty dense around. I'm thinking this section here. But look at that. Jeez, man, we have so much. And a load of flax coming in as well. Look at them all going. Collecting everything up. Problem is it keeps going to this one farmhouse and the storage is just humongous. They kind of don't take any. Oh, they have. They finally split it out. So that may have been fixed then on the main branch patch, which is awesome. So let's put a little bit of focus over here then. So now the church is up, we can go ahead and get the extra points in now. So we're going to go ahead and get 2 upgraded. So that's going to give us our next point. And I'm also going to go ahead. We've got so many months of everything. We can gradually get this built up. So I'm going to get a couple of houses around here. I think I'm just going to go with the one in here with funky garden. And the same again. Probably over there for that corner. Nice big garden. There'll be a couple of veggie plots, I think, as this is a pretty big farming / industry town. And yeah, because we can't farm over here, we're going to have to do trade of some kind. But as you can see, we've got our first coin coming in now. So as much as I didn't want to trade, we're kind of going to have to. But I do want to test out the one between our settlements here. We can trade some food for thingy, actually. So we're going to want the packing station. So packing station, then we'll probably just pop up here. So I want it relatively close. And then over in Eschenhau, we're going to also have a packing station. I'm just looking at where the main King's Road comes through. It kind of doesn't. There we go. We'll connect those guys up towards the river there. So they should cross. But we'll get the packing station over here as well. So this is still relatively close to steep. Damn it. Over here works pretty well. So we'll get that as close as we can. We've got the point over here now as well. So we are going to be going down this route because of the metal. But we want probably the deep mine first. So for the double berry, we're going to go for charcoal burning. And I don't think at any point we necessarily need to go to tier 3 here. If we cover food, we've got 620 berries. And we can also go into policies and say this one. So we need to get that one as well. So the wild animals breed twice as fast because we won't be doing crops on this settlement either. So it's 5 to get the next point over here as well. So I'm actually going to do that. We're pretty good. I know we're going to need ale at some point, but they're not going to leave. We're fine. Let's get all burgage plots done so we can get that extra income. Slowly ticking up over here as well. What I've realized as well is we actually do need a storehouse over here. Our problem with beer is not so much a problem as such, but we're going to get a storehouse right in here. This is going to be our main one for the ale, basically. So we're going to need just malt in this one. And there we have it. One packing station is done. So we're going to need some mules for this bad boy. So we're going to want the livestock, actually, aren't we? I think we can order that once we've got it. So we just need 25. So we've got 16 already, so that's not a problem. So we'll get the mule in, and then we'll do the same over this way. So we'll get one person in there, and we'll order in a mule. And we'll make sure that's permanently assigned to here. You can get 2. So families can do 1 lot each. And then we really need to look at food over here now. So we're going to get a load of bread in again, but I'm going to stop selling the bread probably. Yeah, it stopped anyway. Perfect. So we're going to import more stuff. So we're getting a good amount of money now. So let's change it up and let's get in some more. I'm going to open a trade route for berries. We'll get some of those in just to kind of buffer us as well. We are in November, so we haven't got any of that. Meat is coming, and we'll turn up the meat one a little bit more as well. All right, let's get... I don't want to spend this on the veggie garden yet, but I think we'll be fine to do it. No, we don't need to yet. We've got enough food over here. The tier 2s obviously are going to need more, and we're going to need the cobbler shop and stuff, but I don't think we need to worry yet. I might trade that in from the other side. We're actually going to send some berries over, I think. We're going to test it. So we're going to say Eschenhau. We're going to say berries, and we're going to receive shoes into the storehouse. That should be fine. And then once we've got the extra one, I will get another one in here. Although we should be fine for the houses we have anyway. Let me just take a quick look at the marketplace. Yeah, so it's just clothing. Once we get the shoes in, these guys will be happy. And we'll get those double expanded as well, so they can get the families up nice and quick. And our storehouse should be done now. So what we're going to do is untick everything from here. Apart from barley, we'll allow the barley. And we'll untick all bar malts. And that's pretty much what we need to do, right? This is like a booze hub here. That should be what we need. And then what I'll do is just get one person in there to see if that helps. There's already a bow in there. Like, stop. Yeah, we'll see if that works. That should kind of give us a bit more productivity in this when they kind of go for it as well. But yeah, we need to just get this food up. So I'm hoping we get the yield of apples coming in. And we'll probably have to do the barter from this side, actually. So we're going to send shoes because the other side doesn't have any enough to get a mule yet. So I'm going to try the shoes for berries this side to start. I'll get another mule in, so there's 2. And then over this end, as soon as we have it, we have enough. So we're going to do double it. So we're going to have those sending berries, these ones receiving. And then once they get enough shoes, we'll slow that down as well and change it for something else. So we should be able to nick, potentially, some of the meat from over here at some point. But the berries are the big one here. So let's have a look. They're getting the mule and they're transporting. Let's see what they're up to. They should be doing the deed here, which is good. And food's gone back up now. So we've bought in a bunch of that. So we should be fine. There we go. The barter has begun. So they're wandering over. They're going to grab the berries, I believe. And they're going to trade that for the shoes. So let's have a look and see if we're now going to be getting some shoes into the storehouse, hopefully. Might take a little while. Let's have a look to see if someone kind of comes in. And there it is. We're seeing our shoes now come into these houses. There we go. So we're going to get the happiness up over here. So bartering works perfectly now. That is great. And hopefully then we'll see a good amount of berries being buffered over here. There, look at that. It's January, but we got 52 berries over here. We did buy some in as well, but I'm just going to make sure it's worth my while. That's all I want to do here. So we see, all I'm seeing is we got 31 berries now. I'm just keeping a close eye to see how many they get in when they drop them off. And there, I don't know whether we bought or not. We'd have to kind of pause it in the buying to see if it helps. So that's what we're going to have to do. I'm going to say no trade on the berries again now because I want to watch and see if we're doing well from the packing station. All right, so year 9 begins. I'm seeing the food go back up nicely now and we are all good. So I think we're starting to once again get the veg and stuff in. Eggs, apples, I think we're buying a lot of that in, but we should be able to do that ourselves really, really soon. So hopefully we'll see. Has been about 2 years now, so apples will be coming in, but we've hit over 500 on that pot now, and we're on 54 over here too. So we're at a point where we can now start to get in a good amount of food over here. Now, I haven't decided which way I'm going to go here. It kind of makes sense. Hold on. We need one more burgage plot level 1 or higher. and then we'll get the next point. I don't know whether we go into the orchard first, or we start getting those, or we just stick to veggie gardens. I think the veggie gardens makes more sense. It's a lot easier to kind of just maintain for now. So we'll just get that going to buffer those guys up. And then they'll have their food variety for when we nick the berries. And then we'll just build one more tier 1 burgage here. And we'll pop that probably over this side. And this one's going to be, I think, a relatively big garden around the back of the church as well. And there's the point. So what we're going to do is go ahead. We're not going to grab deep mining yet. Or are we? I don't know what to spend the point on, actually, guys. I'm just looking here and just thinking we will need to trade at some point. We will need to level these guys up. It's a bit rubbish for that kind of scenario, actually, and we're going to need the good variety. So we're getting food and we're going to need to trade the bread. So maybe bread for berries is a better shout. So we've got the shoes in now, haven't we? That'll last a while. So we're going to change one side to do berries for bread. There we go. We'll try that out and see how that works. Yeah, the berries. Look at that number now. So we're starting to collect them again ourselves, but we're also... so we got 3, but we're also bartering them when we need as well. So we're going to get a nice buffer on all of those. Hopefully the meat can tick back up. It's looking pretty good. Eggs are just hard work, I think. They're just not very good. And then we can change... It's a little bit of microing, but we can change this again so we can... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave that packing station as is. We don't need to change anything. And all our orchards are now seeing families coming in, so we are officially going to get proper amount of apples. Look at this. Finally, I love that they do grow as well, but there we go. A nice 1k on the food. Nice to see. A lot of bread, but yeah, we're going to see a lot of apples coming in as well. So that will allow the other ones to build up too, so that's all we needed. The yield should be pretty good on those. And we should probably make use of this field once again, so I'm going to go ahead and do something here and just get all of these kind of up. And what we'll do is rotate barley into these so we can get extra booze that way as well. It's not the most efficient, but it's fine. We'll get a 4th one in there, so they'll be working on that as well, and hopefully then we'll get the extra in the 2 malt houses that we have, because the malt is the big struggle here. And I appreciate the tip on getting the livestock trader to get them in. I do appreciate that, thank you. I do need to get that going, but at the moment I'm just going to keep grabbing one every month. So I'm just looking. We've still got... I think we're pretty much there to start upgrading again now. So we can fit some more families in. I'm going to start with these 2 here. And then we'll move around. We're on 516. So I'll take my time. These ones here actually probably should get upgraded too. So there's more families working on the apples. Look at that. Slowly getting some money in over here now. And I think the bread is now in. Look at that. It works out so well. As long as we're not losing too much bread from the other side, we should be able to keep the happiness okay over here without the need for booze yet. So it shouldn't be a problem. Still need to decide what I'm doing with this. I think we're just going to go into the deep mining and start producing items to sell at the other side. Or we could produce items to sell here and just make loads of cash here. Yeah, we'll get it unlocked then. So let's look towards the manor house over here as well. We need a small village, don't we? So I think we're okay. Yep, we're fine. So manor house. This doesn't matter too much, but I do kind of want it away. A really weird hill. I'm going to pop it on the King's Road over here. And we're just going to commit that for now. And what that'll allow us to do is actually get more retinue once it's built as well. So it's going to be good. Once again, we've got raiders. Are you going to get stuck up there? Or are you actually going to come this time? Right, they're coming. I'm going to try and get them over to this flat ground over here, I think, and fight that with these dead bodies. Let's see if we can get them over real quick. Quick sprint, and then turn them off. There we go. I'm going to get them on this corner here to fight. They're pretty tired because I made them run, but they'll get back by the time we fight as well. The retinue are just far behind anyway, so should be fine. He's still sprinting. You do get the buff in home region, actually. Bring these guys over here to home region as well. I'm hoping I can fight some of them around here. We'll bring these around. There we go. I'm going to slow this down. Let's get these pushed back. And then you can come around to that. And you can attack this one once they brace. And then we'll go in. Archers, not necessarily needed. They broke those instantly. And yeah, that was the easiest fight of my life. Jeez, man. Good job. There we go. Yeah, pretty straightforward attack there. Let's get this going then. So, new retinue assembled. What? Oh, lovely. So, we've got our new smaller retinue here. So, we're going to go straight into this. hire those guys up, and we're also going to upgrade every single one. There we go. And what that does mean, I should have policies now. We're going to go with the hunting grounds policy, because that means we'll double our meat yield over here. So they'll grow twice as quick. So we should have a permanent amount. I tested this with on my another run, basically, and you can work that up quite well. So as long as our treasury is still going up, we can obviously tax this region now. So we can just a 2% tax, I think, is going to be okay. So just to keep our money going for when we want to purchase new lands and stuff as well. But we're looking pretty good over here. So we just need to be careful of this approval rating. But 75 here as well. So we're officially actually on over 600 pop. Looking pretty good. And let's keep the expansions coming through on a couple at a time over here. And look at that. Bread and berries. Berries just going crazy because we're farming like hell over here. We've actually rinsed them down a little bit. So I'm just going to reduce down to 3 in each of those so they can replenish a bit more. And I'm looking at potentially reducing down the eggs because they're not giving us much. That one's worthy. Yeah, not good for chickens. Let's get that one as an orchard as well, and we'll expand that one. So we didn't expand in a way of moving forward a lot here. We expanded farming. We've expanded a lot of them upgraded, but actually population's gone up loads anyway, so we're looking pretty good. Just need to fix the bread and beer issues still. So in terms of trade then, I'm actually going to go ahead and get a third trading post. I'm not even sure where I can put this thing now. I think over here works just fine. I know they're not all together, but I think that works well. Let's check in on our storehouse as well. So shields, I don't know why you're going in there. It's supposed to be barley and malt. You lunatic. All right, trading post done though. I'm going to go straight away. 4 of those bad boys. A couple of them ready for when we order in. I've been trying to order the horse, still broken. So I think we need livestock trader for the horses. The only way we're going to stop the thingy going, I'm going to pop it here as well. We got it next to that trade post so I know. And let's check in, just make sure they're happy over here. So yeah, nice and happy. We want this one to be self-sustainable anyway. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do the upgrades of the hitching post real quick as well. And we'll probably go ahead and order in, what have we got? 2 ox, 1 mule. So we can get another mule. Money's going up nice and slow here, but it's exactly how we wanted it, so that's fine. And we'll go ahead and make sure that everyone has vegetables over here as well. So I'm going to get a second person in the hunting camp. Look at this. It's at 20 of 20 because of that policy, the 50% faster. It's so good. And there it is. We've spent all our silver on getting vegetables throughout all of this. I'm also going to go ahead and upgrade 1 more. So that means we should be good. So as long as we keep this okay, I don't mind just the 1 family coming in. We're pretty maxed anyway, so it's irrelevant. As long as it's above 50, I don't really care too much. And there should be a good amount of meat coming eventually. As long as they keep the food variety going in the houses. As you can see, bread is looking good. So we've got loads of bread over here. Let's make sure we're not stealing too much of it from over here. I don't think we are. No, fine. You can keep having that all you want then. And 100, look at these apples now. Beautiful. So at the moment, it's actually the fuel that's taken a bit of a hit now. So I think what we're going to do in anticipation is get more fuel going. So I think that's going to be in the case of more charcoal. So we can double our output of that. So we're going to get another charcoal burner over it. It's not the nicest, but I kind of don't want it too close to the manor house. But I'm going to just go in there as well. Might move those at some point. And yeah, I did pop a new communal oven over here, by the way, guys, as well. So this flour here can actually save them from having to walk all the way over. Can you set a work area? You can't. I'd like to set a communal oven work area so they don't walk all the way over here as well. Hoping these guys go ahead and actually grab some of the flour from here, though. Looks like they are. Perfect. There we go. And we'll get a bit more bread in there. And it's relatively close to these granaries here. That does remind me, let's get another road coming around this over here. I'm just going to curve that one in. And then I'm just going to zoom out so I can see what's going on with my road system here. And we're full in there. So I think another one, maybe something through the middle of there. So do we have a slot that will fit nicely through there? Anywhere here is good. So it will come from you. I'm going to curve this one into there. So that means, yep, that covers it nicely. The only big part of walking is around this bit here. So they're going to walk all the way around for that square, but it's cool. It's cool. All right, livestock trading post is here. So I'm going to try and get in. I'm going to say, we're going to try and import 6 horses total. So that means we'll have all of our trade posts sorted. So we should see a fair bit coming in now anyway. Just looking at what we can kind of do to slow it down. See, the good thing with the food buffers is they'll buy it in and then it will stop buying them when you've got enough as well. Let's take that off. Let's keep planks as is. We've got so many planks, so we can keep that one going. I've just realized I made the mistake of setting up trading posts. I forgot to untick this, so there we go. There might be some abandoned thingies now. So I'm going to get rid of these abandoned ones if they're abandoned here, which is these guys. These are the ones from the trading post. All 4 are going to go. That's fine. I think what I'll do is get one more in here. Hopefully they'll make a new food stall as well. But everything's looking good. A little bit of a distribution thing up here on occasion, but all right, guys, let's have a quick walk around as we finish off. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really, really appreciate it. If you could follow me on socials, the link's down below. It really, really helps me as I try to grow further and elsewhere. Publishers like it when you're bigger. So, yeah, if you can help me with that, it'd be a massive, massive thanks. And obviously, if you want to support me that little bit extra, do consider a member on Patreon or on the channel. It really, really helps. Look at this place, man. Gorgeous. All right, as always, guys, hope you have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one.